The origins of the Ottoman Empire trace back to the migration of Turkic peoples from Eastern Asia. Gradually moving westwards, these Turkic tribes found themselves around the Altai Mountains near present-day Russia, Kazakhstan, and Mongolia by the 7th century. Over the centuries, they continued their migration, settling in a semi-nomadic lifestyle around the Caspian and Aral Seas. One of the significant Turkic tribes in this region was the Oghuz. In the late 10th century, a leader named Seljuk from one of the Oghuz clans decided to break away and establish his own dynasty. The Seljuks, influenced by Persian culture and language, adopted Islam. By the 1060s, they expanded into Persia and reached the borders of the Byzantine Empire in western Anatolia. The sporadic clashes between the Seljuks and the Byzantines culminated in the Byzantine-Seljuk War. In 1071, at the Battle of Manzikert, the Seljuks inflicted a significant defeat on the Byzantine army. This victory allowed them to gain control of the Near East and push deeper into what is now Turkey. Over the next 2 centuries, the Seljuk Empire gradually declined and fragmented into smaller Turkic states. The Turks, however, maintained a significant presence in Anatolia, particularly with the Sultanate of Rum. This region, by the turn of the 14th century, saw the emergence of smaller principalities known as the Anatolian Beyliks. It was within these northwestern Turkish tribes that a warlord named Osman emerged as the founder of what would eventually become the Ottoman Empire. In this video, we are going to explore the entire history of the Ottoman Empire, from the rise to its eventually demise and the creation of the Republic of Turkey. If you find this video interesting, please consider to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications because we have more stories in our channel for you to check. The Ottoman Empire's founding is attributed to Osman I, a warlord who emerged in the northwestern Turkish tribes. Although historical sources about his life and reign are unreliable and lack detailed information, Osman I is credited as the founder of the Ottoman dynasty. Around the turn of the 14th century, Osman Bey laid the foundations for what would become one of the most influential empires in history. The early years of the Ottoman Empire, under Osman and his successors, were characterized by efforts to conquer the last remnants of the Byzantine Empire. By the 14th century, the Byzantine Empire had significantly diminished, holding territories mainly in the southern Balkans, mainland Greece, the Greek islands, and a small part of Anatolia. Constantinople, the capital of the Byzantine Empire, situated on the strategically important Bosporus Strait, remained a formidable and heavily fortified city. In 1331, a significant step forward occurred when the city of Nicaea fell to the Turks. Subsequently, in 1369, Adrianople, a city located just 200 kilometers from Constantinople, also fell to the Ottomans. This city became their capital for a short period. The Ottoman expansion continued with conquests in Serbia and Bulgaria. A period of internal turmoil marked the early decades of the 15th century, but in 1451, Mehmed II restored stability to the Ottoman Sultanate. Determined to conquer Constantinople once and for all, Sultan Mehmed laid siege to the great city in early April 1453. The siege lasted for 7 weeks, and on May 29, 1453, the Ottoman army breached the walls, leading to the fall of Constantinople. This event marked a crucial turning point in the history of the Ottoman Empire and the end of the Byzantine Empire. Mehmed declared Constantinople the new capital of the Ottoman Empire and renamed it Istanbul. The conquest of Constantinople set the stage for the Ottoman Empire's expansion into the Eastern Mediterranean, Middle East, North Africa, and the Balkans during the 15th century. The Ottoman Empire reached its height of power during the 15th and 16th centuries, with key rulers like Mehmed II, Bayazid II, and Suleiman the Magnificent leading military campaigns and conquests that expanded its territory significantly. Sultan Mehmed II, also known as Mehmed the Conqueror, played a pivotal role in the expansion of the Ottoman Empire. After restoring stability to the Sultanate, he famously conquered Constantinople in 1453, marking the end of the Byzantine Empire. Following the conquest of Constantinople, Mehmed initiated further military campaigns. In 1461, he conquered the Empire of Trebizond in northern Turkey, expanding Ottoman influence. Mehmed's reign saw the Ottoman Empire extending into southern and eastern Turkey, and he also conquered Albania. His military efforts included an expedition to the Crimean Peninsula, establishing Ottoman presence on the northern shores of the Black Sea. Bayazid II continued the military successes of his predecessors. He added new territories to the Ottoman Empire through campaigns in Syria and the Levant. Bayazid defeated the Mamluks of Egypt in a war for dominance in the region. consolidating Ottoman control over the Aegean Sea. He also faced conflicts with the Republic of Venice, gaining control over islands and trade routes in the region. However, Suleiman the Magnificent's reign marked the zenith of the Ottoman Empire. His military campaigns were expansive and brought significant territorial gains. Suleiman undertook campaigns in the Balkans, North Africa, and the Arabian Peninsula. He captured Rhodes from the Christian Knights of St. John in 1522 and secured the city of Tripoli in North Africa in 1551. Suleiman's armies reached the gates of Vienna in 1529 but were unsuccessful in besieging the city. Despite this setback, he expanded Ottoman rule from Hungary in Eastern Europe to Egypt and Oman in the south, and from Algeria in the west to the shores of the Caspian Sea in the east. The Ottoman Empire, under these key rulers, achieved a vast territorial reach that spanned from Eastern Europe to North Africa and the Middle East. The empire became one of the foremost global powers during this period, with a diverse and prosperous state that thrived culturally, economically, and militarily. The Ottoman military strategy was characterized by a well-balanced and integrated approach, incorporating infantry, cavalry, and artillery. This comprehensive strategy contributed to the Ottoman Empire's military dominance during its height. The Ottoman infantry played a crucial role in their military campaigns. Well-trained and disciplined foot soldiers formed the backbone of their ground forces. Janissaries, the elite infantry units, were particularly formidable. They were equipped with firearms and melee weapons, making them versatile in various combat situations. The infantry's effectiveness was enhanced by the Ottomans' ability to adapt to different terrains, from the rugged Balkans to the arid landscapes of the Middle East. The other crucial part of Ottoman army was the cavalry. Ottoman cavalry was renowned for its mobility and effectiveness on the battlefield. Skilled horsemen were crucial for swift maneuvers and flanking attacks. The Ottoman military employed both light and heavy cavalry units. Light cavalry, known as sipahis, were used for reconnaissance and hit-and-run tactics, while heavy cavalry provided shock and staying power in pitched battles. The Ottoman Empire was one of the first powers to effectively utilize artillery in warfare. Cannons and other siege weapons were instrumental in the success of their sieges. Ottoman artillery played a pivotal role in the conquest of Constantinople in 1453, showcasing the effectiveness of their advanced siege tactics. Now, as the backbone of the Ottoman army, let's go more in depth into the main role of Janissaries. The Janissaries were an elite corps of infantry soldiers in the Ottoman military. Their formation and role were unique, contributing significantly to Ottoman military power. Janissaries were initially recruited through the Devshirme system, where Christian boys were taken from their families, converted to Islam, and trained as soldiers. The Janissaries underwent rigorous training, emphasizing discipline, loyalty, and military skills. Janissaries were versatile soldiers capable of using both firearms and traditional melee weapons. This adaptability made them effective in various combat scenarios. They were often at the forefront of Ottoman military campaigns, leading charges and serving as shock troops. Janissaries operated under strict codes of discipline and professionalism. Their loyalty was primarily to the Sultan, and they were known for their unwavering commitment. The Ottoman military's success was, in part, attributed to the cohesion and reliability of the Janissary Corps. Over time, the Janissaries gained significant political influence. They played a role in palace intrigues and even influenced the appointment and deposition of Ottoman sultans. The Janissaries' power became a double-edged sword, contributing to both military strength and internal political challenges. As you may have noticed, the Ottoman military's ability to integrate various components, including the well-trained Janissaries, played a crucial role in the empire's military success during its height. The Ottoman Empire was known for its policy of religious tolerance, a characteristic that set it apart from many other contemporary empires. This policy contributed to the empire's stability and allowed for a diverse and cosmopolitan society. The Ottoman Empire welcomed religious diversity. Christians and Jews in particular were considered people of the book and were generally accepted within the empire. Non-Muslim communities were allowed to practice their religions, build and maintain their places of worship, and govern their own communities through their religious leaders. The Ottomans implemented the millet system, which granted a considerable degree of autonomy to various religious communities. Each religious group, or millet, had its own legal and administrative structures. The millet system allowed Christians and Jews to manage their internal affairs, including family law and education, in accordance with their religious traditions. Ottoman rulers took measures to protect and preserve religious sites belonging to various faiths. This included Christian churches, Jewish synagogues, and Muslim mosques. The Hagia Sophia in Constantinople, for example, was reconsecrated as a mosque after the Ottoman conquest, but was allowed to continue functioning as a religious site. The Ottoman Empire became a haven for persecuted religious groups. In particular, it provided refuge for Jews fleeing persecution in Spain during the Spanish Inquisition in the late 15th century. The Ottoman Empire's commitment to religious tolerance and its embrace of diverse cultural influences fostered a vibrant and intellectually rich society. The legacy of these achievements continues to influence the cultural landscape of the region. The Ottoman Empire faced a range of internal challenges that contributed to its gradual decline. These challenges were multifaceted and impacted various aspects of governance, administration, and societal dynamics. Over time, there was a shift in decision-making power within the Ottoman government. While early Ottoman rulers actively engaged in the affairs of the empire, later sultans increasingly delegated authority to grand viziers and bureaucratic officials. The grand vizier, who served as the prime minister, became a key figure in decision-making, and this decentralization contributed to administrative inefficiencies. The Ottoman economy, once prosperous, faced challenges as Europe's economic center shifted westward, bypassing Ottoman trade routes. The empire struggled to adapt to these changes, leading to economic stagnation. High levels of corruption and mismanagement within the bureaucracy further hindered economic growth. On the other hand, despite earlier military successes, the Ottoman military faced challenges in maintaining its effectiveness. Technological advancements in European armies surpassed Ottoman capabilities, impacting the empire's military strength. The Janissary Corps, once a formidable force, became increasingly resistant to modernization, hindering the Ottoman military's ability to adapt to new warfare strategies. The diverse population within the empire, consisting of various ethnic and religious groups, experienced social tensions. Nationalistic sentiments emerged among different communities, leading to demands for autonomy or independence. The Young Turks, a movement advocating for political reform, reflected the growing desire for change among the younger generations. External pressures played a significant role in the Ottoman Empire's decline, with conflicts against European powers and the emergence of independent nations contributing to its fragmentation. The Ottoman Empire faced persistent conflicts with European powers, particularly Spain, Venice, and later Russia. Wars for territorial control and dominance in the Mediterranean region, including clashes with the Habsburgs, weakened Ottoman military capabilities. The Battle of Lepanto in 1571 marked a significant naval defeat for the Ottomans, reducing their dominance in the Mediterranean. Nationalistic movements within the Ottoman Empire contributed to the emergence of independent nations in the Balkans. Greece, Serbia, and Romania declared their independence during the 19th century, further diminishing Ottoman territorial holdings. The decline of Ottoman influence in North Africa and the Middle East allowed local governors to assert growing levels of independence. The Ottoman Empire's decision to join the Central Powers during World War I had severe consequences. The empire faced military defeats, and the victorious Allies occupied Ottoman territories, further dismantling the once extensive empire. The Turkish War of Independence sought to repel the Allied occupation, leading to the establishment of the modern Republic of Turkey and the formal abolition of the Ottoman Empire in 1922. The combination of internal challenges and external pressures ultimately contributed to the Ottoman Empire's decline and eventual dissolution. The empire's inability to adapt to changing geopolitical and economic dynamics led to its fragmentation and the emergence of new nation-states in the region. The Ottoman Empire, once an economic powerhouse, faced a series of challenges that contributed to its economic stagnation and eventual decline. Several factors, both internal and external, played a role in reshaping the economic landscape of the empire. The Ottoman Empire had long benefited from its strategic location at the crossroads of major trade routes. The Silk Road connected the empire to the lucrative trade networks between Asia and Europe. The rise of oceanic trade routes in the Atlantic, bypassing Ottoman territories, had a profound impact. Large, ocean-going vessels transporting goods from the Americas and the Far East reduced Europe's reliance on traditional overland routes through Ottoman lands. Europe experienced a period of rapid economic growth and technological advancements during the scientific and industrial revolution. This led to increased productivity, economic diversification, and the rise of capitalism. The Ottoman Empire struggled to match the economic progress seen in Europe. The empire's economic structure, based on traditional agrarian practices and artisanal production, faced challenges in adapting to the changing global economic landscape. On the other hand, the Ottoman bureaucracy became plagued by corruption and inefficiency. High levels of corruption within the administrative apparatus hindered effective governance and economic management. The Ottoman tax system, while designed to sustain the empire's vast military apparatus, became burdensome on the population. Excessive taxation, coupled with corruption in tax collection, contributed to economic woes. Ottoman cities like Constantinople, which had once been bustling centers of commerce, saw a decline in their economic dominance. The shift in global trade routes diminished the importance of Ottoman ports and trade hubs. The loss of key territories in the Balkans and North Africa further weakened the empire's economic base. These regions had served as vital economic contributors, and their loss had long-term implications. The Ottoman military lagged behind European powers in terms of military technology. Technological innovations in warfare favored European armies, impacting the Ottomans' ability to defend their territories effectively. The Ottoman Empire failed to undergo industrialization at the pace seen in Europe. The lack of industrial advancements limited the empire's ability to compete in global markets and engage in modern economic practices. The combination of these economic factors created a challenging environment for the Ottoman Empire, ultimately contributing to its decline. The empire's inability to adapt to the changing economic dynamics of the time played a crucial role in shaping its economic trajectory and hastening its fall from prominence. The Ottoman Empire's involvement in World War I marked a critical period that ultimately led to its dissolution. The empire faced internal and external challenges, including the tragic events on Armenia, and underwent a profound transformation during and after the war. In 1914, the Ottoman Empire joined the Central Powers, aligning itself with Germany and Austria-Hungary. The decision was influenced by a desire to reclaim lost territories and counter Russian advances in the Caucasus. The Ottoman Empire played a significant role in repelling the Allies during the Gallipoli campaign. The Ottoman forces, under the command of Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, successfully defended the Gallipoli Peninsula against British and Anzac forces. One of the darkest chapters in Ottoman history occurred during World War I. In 1915, the Ottoman government initiated a systematic campaign to deport and exterminate the Armenian population, resulting in the deaths of an estimated 1.5 million Armenians. The Arab Revolt, instigated by figures like Lawrence of Arabia, further strained the Ottoman Empire. Arab nationalist movements sought independence from Ottoman rule, leading to the loss of territories in the Middle East. Also, following the defeat of the Central Powers, Ottoman territories were occupied by the Allied powers, including British, French, Italian, and Greek forces. Major cities like Constantinople were occupied, and discussions about the future of the Ottoman Empire ensued. The Treaty of Sèvres, signed in 1920, proposed the partitioning of the Ottoman Empire and the creation of numerous independent states. The treaty faced opposition from Turkish nationalists. Mustafa Kemal Ataturk emerged as a key leader in the resistance against the Allied occupation. The Turkish War of Independence was led by Ataturk and various nationalist forces. In Ankara, the Grand National Assembly was formed in 1920, representing a legitimate Turkish government resisting foreign occupation. The Turkish War of Independence resulted in the signing of the Treaty of Lausanne in 1923, which recognized the Republic of Turkey as an independent and sovereign state. The treaty marked the official end of the Ottoman Empire. In 1922, the Ottoman Sultanate was abolished, and the last Ottoman Sultan, Mehmed VI, went into exile. The Caliphate, the spiritual leadership of Islam traditionally associated with the Ottoman Sultan, was also abolished in 1924. On October 29, 1923, Mustafa Kemal Ataturk formally declared the establishment of the Republic of Turkey, with Ankara as its capital. This marked the official end of the Ottoman Empire and the beginning of a new era in Turkish history. The Ottoman Empire's involvement in World War I and the subsequent events marked a tumultuous period, characterized by military defeats, territorial losses, and internal strife. The emergence of the Republic of Turkey under the leadership of Mustafa Kemal Ataturk signaled a new chapter in Turkish history, distancing itself from the Ottoman legacy and embracing a path of modernization and secular governance. The establishment of the Republic of Turkey marked a pivotal moment in the aftermath of World War I and the collapse of the Ottoman Empire. Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, a military leader and visionary statesman, played a central role in shaping the new republic. After World War I, the Ottoman Empire was left in a state of upheaval. The Allied occupation, the Treaty of Sèvres, and internal dissent prompted Mustafa Kemal Ataturk and like-minded nationalists to resist foreign intervention and safeguard Turkish sovereignty. The Turkish War of Independence emerged as a response to foreign occupation. The nationalist movement coalesced around the Grand National Assembly, formed in Ankara in April 1920 as a legitimate representative body resisting foreign rule. Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, a prominent military leader and charismatic figure, emerged as the de facto leader of the nationalist movement. His leadership played a crucial role in uniting various factions under a common goal of independence. The Turkish forces, under Atatürk's command, achieved notable successes in military campaigns against the Allied occupiers. Key battles, such as the Battle of Sakarya, pushed back Greek and Allied forces. The Armistice of Mudanya in 1922 marked a turning point, leading to the withdrawal of Allied forces from Turkish territory and paving the way for negotiations. The Treaty of Lausanne, signed on July 24, 1923 in Switzerland, replaced the earlier Treaty of Sèvres. Negotiations involved representatives from Turkey and the Allied powers, including Britain, France, Italy, and Greece. Unlike the punitive terms of the Treaty of Sèvres, the Treaty of Lausanne recognized the sovereignty of the Republic of Turkey. It established new borders and laid the foundation for peaceful relations between Turkey and its neighbors. The treaty marked the international recognition of the Republic of Turkey as an independent and sovereign state. It nullified the Ottoman capitulations and officially ended the Ottoman Empire's legal existence. The National Assembly in Ankara abolished the Ottoman Sultanate in November 1922, signaling the end of the Ottoman monarchy. Sultan Mehmed VI went into exile. In March 1924, the National Assembly also abolished the Caliphate, breaking the traditional link between the Ottoman Sultan and the spiritual leadership of Islam. On October 29, 1923, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk formally declared the establishment of the Republic of Turkey, with Ankara as its capital. Atatürk became its first president. Mustafa Kemal Atatürk initiated a series of wide-ranging reforms aimed at modernizing Turkish society. These included legal, political, educational, and cultural reforms. Atatürk emphasized secularism, separating religion from the state. The legal system underwent changes, and religious institutions were restructured to promote a more secular and democratic state. The establishment of the Republic of Turkey under Mustafa Kemal Atatürk marked a break from the Ottoman past and the beginning of a new era. The transformative reforms set the stage for Turkey's modernization and its trajectory as a secular, democratic, and sovereign nation-state.